Okay, Lucy, first fishing trip. What do you think?
Loving it so far.
So far, so good?
Let's get on the boat so the mosquitoes don't bite.
Yes, right. That's right. And what river are we on?
Lower Swan River?
Lower Swan River. Lower Swan River, south of Kalispell near Bigfork, Montana. Okay, first time fishing out here with my wife and with our guide Matt. What do you think about today? What are our prospects?
It looks good.
Looks good today.
Good, because it's not too hot, not too bright, and fish don't like it when it's bright. And this is the Lower Swan. It meanders through Bigfork and it empties into the Flathead Lake. And the Flathead River empties into Flathead Lake, forming the fork that the town was named after.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, we're inside Snappy's now, and Matt's going to help me pick out some flies.
It's better to find out where you're going to go fish and what you're going to be fishing for, and that's going to help you out a lot in determining what flies you want to use. If we're going on streams here in western Montana, we will have a lot of stoneflies and a lot of caddisflies, and those are these are simulated with the tent wing patterns, like this.
Okay.
The wing on this fly, by the way, is the deer hair or elk hair that's sticking out on top. This is to appear as down wings on an insect. The hackle wrapped around gives it its buoyancy, and it should set on the water pretty nicely, high up on the water. And this happens to be one of the patterns that's used quite a bit. All right, so Kevin, we're going to go in and we're going to get you situated with new lines and reels. The thing about that's important, and I always tell people, is that when they get a reel, make sure you get a reel that has interchangeable cassettes like this.
Right.
That way you can get two lines, and one line will be your sinking line, and the other line will be your floating line, because with sinking and floating lines, you'll have all your applications for fishing accommodated. A lot of times your sinking line would be great on a lake or deep holes on the river, and your floating line, of course, is good for all of your surface fly fishing.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Matt, and let me get a little picture of that there. Crane Mountain Guide Service.
That's right.
And there's the phone number.
Give us a call.
Absolutely. Give them a call. Matt's the best.
There you go. You want to lower your rod tip, point it at your fly, and follow your fly, just like that. Okay, good. Perfect. That's a classic fishing situation there, because now you're ready for the strike. Now, before you, I'll show you one more thing here. Before you go for your next cast, what you'll want to do is take up the slack a little bit, and when you come up to cast, you'll shoot your line just like so. What I did is, once I got the energy of the line going in front of me, I shot the line and it took up all my slack line like so. I get a nice big mend into it, and then I follow it through. That's a real good drift, and I never take my eyes off the fly, because I'm actually expecting a strike anytime, and I'm focused because it happens so fast. Again, I'm taking all the slack out. I pull the line away from my rod hand. I come up. I can take one false cast and then shoot the rest of the line. Get a nice bend. And follow it through. Okay, now we're ready to fish. Kevin, I need to put one on yours.
Okay.
Clip it short and add a little bit of floatant.
Okay, I'm home. Lucy and I had a great time. That was fantastic. The Swan River is just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I'd like to recommend to anybody that's about to start fly fishing to hire a guide one day. I guess similar if you first take up golf, they say lessons are really helpful. Matt was terrific, and I learned so much from having the guide for one day. It would have saved me weeks or months of learning and not catching fish to now try and get some fish. So that's it. Had a great time, and if anybody out there would like to get in touch with me through the website, I'd like to have a way that firefighters can communicate with each other and maybe start to swap some hunts and fishing trips, and all of us experience what our brothers and sisters in different parts of the country are seeing.